The objective of this EMIF Colloquium was to start a dissemination of the first deliverables of EMIF and to inform a broader audience about the overall objectives of EMIF. Second objective was to start a dialogue between the EMIF research community and the local or regional Catalonian research community. And third objective was to involve the patients into the discussion and the participation of Alzheimer Europe. This is very important, and to make an effort to even more actively involve patients in projects such as EMIF.
Welcome to Barcelona. EMIF, it's a bit of a beast. It's an animal. It's big, it's complex, but it's also very promising.
I think the EMIF Colloquium is a very interesting initiative because it, on one side, it disseminates the interest of and the value of EMIF for the local stakeholders, and on the other side, allow the local stakeholders also to enter in this framework of EMIF and to contribute and coordinate themselves with the efforts that are done at the European level. I think that this is a very, very interesting scheme, so we should try to reproduce this, and because in this way we may mobilize the local actors in other countries that may benefit from EMIF.
I think the large consortiums are the only way to really investigate these complex diseases such as Alzheimer's disease. And we started joining these large consortiums in the field of genetics some years ago to increase the sample size. I think it's very obvious that all the causes should be investigated in these large consortiums, like combining data sets from many centers.
We are in a very complex world, and Alzheimer's disease and metabolic disease are complex diseases. There are a lot of factors, genetic factors, environmental factors, etc. And I think that EMIF can tackle these different factors that are behind these diseases. Until now, we have had the classic epidemiological studies in order to deal with these problems, but the databases can give us new designs or new kind of information that that can be very useful for these diseases.
Now we have a huge amount of information, and our health systems is constantly being collecting this data, and the challenge is to convert this data into information and knowledge to help patients, health professionals and policymakers to make better and faster decisions.
Maybe I would like to see even more involvement of patients in such a colloquium to help them understand what is happening, how difficult it is to also deal with data. Very often it's not appreciated what data scientists do. I think the patients really need to understand that, and as well, so that they with full conviction can say, yes, I want to give my data for research.
I think that all people involved in Alzheimer's Europe and the national organizations will be happy to collaborate, providing people to take part in clinical trials and other kind of research process and so on. So I think this partnership in this project is very, very exciting for us.
I'd like to thank the audience, and I'd like to thank the organizers for a really interesting and exciting colloquium. Thank you all very much.